Good morning, children. Welcome to the learning session of Class 8 English Grammar. In this video, we are going to cover the chapter 1, that is sentences and phrases. What is a sentence? You might have learned about sentences in lower classes, so let us revise it. A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense by itself. Here are some features of sentences. A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. It begins with a capital letter. It ends with a full stop, an exclamation mark, or a question mark. Here are some examples of sentences. John works hard. The sun rises in the east. Please do not call me. I do not like to dance. Now let us see how to identify if the group of words form sentences or not. Just see the first column has a dog. My sister's cat wants to go to the park. Jocelyn likes the. In all these lines, you can see that it isn't giving a complete meaning. Thus, it cannot be a sentence. See the second column. Brian has a dog. My sister's cat is brown. My brother wants to go to the park. Jocelyn likes the new puppy. All these give complete meaning and thus are sentences. Now we are going to learn about the parts of sentence. Every sentence has two parts, namely a subject and a predicate. Subject. It is the first part of a sentence that tells what a sentence is about. It is always a noun or a pronoun or a group of words that does the work of a noun. Predicate. It is the second part of a sentence that says something about the subject. The verb is essential in the predicate. See this example. The manager has changed all of his staff recently. Whom are we talking about? The manager. Thus, it becomes the subject of the sentence. And the rest becomes what? Predicate. Children, now let us do an activity. In this, you have to identify the subject and the predicate. Mohan plays football. Whom are we talking about? Mohan. So Mohan becomes subject and plays football becomes predicate. The police caught the thief. The police becomes subject. Caught the thief becomes predicate. In the heart of the forest lived a saint. Whom are we talking about? A saint. Thus, it becomes subject and the rest becomes predicate. Rohit has come first in the race. Whom are we talking about? Rohit. Rohit becomes the subject and the rest becomes predicate. Now we are going to learn about object in a sentence. When the verb in the predicate is a transitive verb, it requires an object to complete its sense. I cleaned the car. I is the subject, cleaned is the verb, and cleaned what? Cleaned the car. The car becomes the object of the sentence. Here are some examples of objects. Sunita plays chess. Plays what? Chess. Chess is the object. You should learn swimming. Learn what? Swimming. Swimming is the object here. My father bought a watch. Father bought what? A watch. Watch becomes the object. Now we are going to learn about two types of objects. First is direct object and second is indirect object. Direct object. The noun answering word after the verb will give direct object of the verb in a sentence. Indirect object. The noun naming the person for whom something is done will give the indirect object of the verb in a sentence. The teacher taught Hindi to the students. Teacher taught what? Hindi. Hindi becomes direct object. And Hindi is taught to whom? The students. The students becomes the indirect object. Here are some more examples. Please accept my apology. Accept what? My apology. My apology becomes direct object. And apologize to whom? It's not given here. Thus, we don't have any indirect object here. Sam bought a pen for his brother. Bought what? A pen. A pen becomes the direct object. And Sam bought pen for whom? His brother. His brother becomes the indirect object. He taught Lisa English. Taught what? English. English becomes the direct object. And English was taught to whom? Lisa. Lisa becomes the indirect object. The teacher told them a story. The teacher told what? A story. A story becomes the direct object. And story was told to whom? Them. Them becomes the indirect object. The complement. When the verb in the predicate is an intransitive verb, that is, a verb without object, it requires an additional word or words to complete its meaning. The word or group of words required to complete the predicate is called a complement. We have some examples here. Ruby danced well. Danced how? Well. Well is the complement here. Sumit looks smart in his new dress. Smart is the complement here. The driver was alert. Alert is the complement here. Children are in the playground. In the playground acts as a complement here. Now we are going to learn about 4 types of sentences. That is declarative, interrogative, exclamatory and imperative. First is declarative sentence. What is a declarative sentence? A declarative sentence is a sentence that expresses a statement. In general, it declares something. I like to play chess. Mother went to market. The baby is not eating food. Now, these declarative sentences can be categorized into 2. First is affirmative sentences and second is negative sentences. So, what are affirmative sentences? Affirmative sentences simply say or state something, whereas negative sentences express a negative meaning. Affirmative and negative sentences. Raghu goes to school. Negative becomes what? Raghu does not go to school. I like to eat vegetables. I do not like to eat vegetables. My sister cooks food. My sister does not cook food. Interrogative sentences. An interrogative sentence asks question. It ends with a question mark. May I borrow your newspaper? Did you turn the light off? Which is your favorite song? Do you like to travel by bus? Have you ever visited New York City? Imperative sentences. An imperative sentence expresses requests, commands, advices, or suggestions. Mom, please tie my shoes. Please bring the pizza to the table. Mark, do all of your homework before you go out to play. Open your mouth. You should exercise daily. Exclamatory sentences. An exclamatory sentence expresses a strong feeling. It ends with an exclamation mark. Happy birthday, Tom. Banana splits are the best desserts. Ouch, that hurts. What a beautiful rose. Now we are going to learn about phrases. What is a phrase? A phrase is made up of a group of words that make sense but not complete sense. It does not have a subject and predicate. See these examples. I expected to reach school on time. I expected what? To reach school on time. To reach school on time is the phrase here. She danced very gracefully. Very gracefully is the phrase here. The girl in the first row is known to me. In the first row is the phrase here. Now we are going to learn about the different types and examples of phrases. First is noun phrase. A noun phrase is one that acts as a noun in a sentence. See these examples. Her hobby is drawing pictures. What is her hobby? Her hobby is drawing pictures. So drawing pictures is a phrase which is acting as a noun here. Thus it becomes a noun phrase. I love to read storybooks. To read storybooks becomes the noun phrase. They like to play cricket. To play cricket becomes the noun phrase. Next is adjective phrase. An adjective phrase is a group of words that acts as an adjective in a sentence. See these examples. The guard on duty that day caught the thief. On duty that day. It is an adjective phrase. And why is it adjective phrase? Because it is describing the guard. The boy dancing on the stage is my brother. Dancing on the stage is describing the boy. That is why it is an adjective phrase. The lady with golden hair is my friend. With golden hair is an adjective phrase. The third type of phrase is adverb phrase. A group of words that performs the function of an adverb in a sentence is called an adverb phrase. John played very well. How did John play? Very well. Very well is an adverb phrase. I like to go for work early morning. Early morning is an adverb phrase. Types of adverb phrases. Now, adverb phrases can be categorized into 3 types. That is, adverb phrase of manner, adverb phrase of place, and adverb phrase of time. Adverb phrases of manner. As the title suggests, it tells us how the action is done. The child greeted in a warm manner. How did the child greet? In a warm manner. Thus, it is adverb phrase of manner. I supported my school team with all my heart. With all my heart becomes adverb phrase of manner. She acted in a foolish manner. How did she act? In a foolish manner. Thus, it is adverb phrase of manner. Adverb phrases of place. It tells us where the action is done. I searched for my book at every place. Put these boxes in the cupboard. The match will be held in this park. See, in all these sentences, all the 3 phrases, that is, at every place, in the cupboard, in this park, everything deals with place. Thus, it becomes adverb phrases of place. Next is adverb phrases of time. It tells us when the action is done. I was a student in those days. You should always reach the school in time. Please leave the room at this very moment. In all these sentences, the phrases are related to specific time. That is why it is adverb phrase of time. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it worth watching. Thank you. Have a great day.